She went dark, deep, and came out, and she has to like let go of everything, get naked in front of her sister, and really, she lost everything, from her jewelry to her clothes to everything. That's the sister of Isis, actually. Nana? That's exactly who I am. I had to lose everything to discover everything, to find everything. And I can lose everything every single day. Because we do. And it doesn't matter. And of course, my little puppy's here. She's all happy. She's like, Mommy, you're getting too serious. But the most important thing is about this teaching is to bring it all together and understand what tantrikas are and what really true yoginis are about. We lose everything every single day. And the next morning we wake up, we get it again. That's the gift, correct? We let go of everything when we go to bed, and then it gets come back again. Now, interesting, because also as yoginis and tantrikas, we read the signs. This bottle, I don't know whose it is, yours, it's been sitting here for a few days, and what does it say on it? Source. And I was like, whoa, this bottle is, and you haven't left it, it's been here.
I've been looking for it.
Yeah, well, it was by the table. So this water is being blessed in this altar. And it's source. So watch the signs that are in your life every single moment. Can you imagine this? The water doesn't matter. Well, we had other waters, actually, you took them back. She had beauty from the temple. It's okay. She had brought waters from the Mary Magdalene, from France, from the Mary Magdalene well, and all these other beautiful places. But this one was standing right here, and I saw, I was like, wow, whose is this water? So Source has been here in the center since she put her water there. When that was, I don't know. Friday. Yeah. She lost it since Friday, so we started this. Think how amazing this circle is. Source has been with us from the moment we began, which I had no idea about it. I don't make those things up, I swear to God. I follow the signs though. And can you imagine if you go in your daily life and follow the signs? That means that your first, second, and third chakra is open. It actually gets it, because you walk it. You walk the signs. We walk it every day. Someone said we don't need to meditate, but if we learn how to meditate, we can meditate all the time. If we meditate correct, then we can meditate all the time. So we don't have to really sit and meditate, but we have to get the experience of sitting our butt down and meditate. For I don't know how long it will take you, 10 years, 20 years, maybe a minute. But if you get it, if you get what true meditation is, you can actually walk in your sleep. But not all of us get it. Because we have this modern world and say, oh, well, you know, I just got a book and I'm meditating. Oh, I just got a book and I'm a healer. No. That doesn't work like that. You heal through your experience, not through a book. Not through knowledge. Knowledge is important, but if you don't experience it in your heart, you cannot do it, truly do it. And that's what yoginis are about. Every single thing that I'm talking to you about, it's through my experience. Because when I started, what books that we have now didn't exist. So you guys are lucky. We had to figure it out in '87. We had to find the place. We have to find the yogi, you know? We have to find all this stuff. Now, with so much going on, that even in this world now, it has become to be fashionable, correct? Meditation is fashionable, being spiritual is fashionable, all that. But true, if you get deep in your heart, it's not about being in or fashionable. You have to live it. So you have to live your meditation. You have to live your teaching. You have to live your healing. You have to be that and live it. You have to live your art. You have to live, whatever you do, you're dancing. Whatever you do, you have to leave it to experience it. That's why they have, in Greece, we say Zorba the Greek, correct? You all know that?
Yeah.
You know who Zorba the Greek is?
Yeah.
He's dancing, and he's like drinking, and he's having fun, and he's whatever. But that's exactly where the country that I come from. We're embodying the spirit. Thank you for that. That is spirit. All of it is spirit. And having the bottle is at source in the altar since the beginning of it, to me, that is the biggest gift that I received tonight from source. Because you all are the source. You all showed me through this experience of me putting together Women Rising, and I had great help, and I had great people that left, but I also had people that stayed with me, and they hold me, and that's thanks to Kathy right there. She held me through this whole thing. I want to thank her, but you all are the source that we just created. But you created it with me. Somewhere, somewhere in your mind, like, I'm just going to go to this Women Rising. Let's see what that is about. Because you don't know. A lot of you I've never seen before. Some of you I know. But this is the true, really living in you, truth in you. Path is to follow that little bit of an intuition, that little light. And then when you follow it, the light becomes big. Like I said, when Women Rising was gifted to me, I was like, I'll just do it for a year. And Linda said, no, I don't know. So now she said to me, this is your 3rd year. What do you think? So this is creation. Just learn how to create from your heart and from your light. And that's also a tantric path, which is the highest inspiration that you have inside. Sometimes it's presented to you as a gift, and you go, I don't want it. How many of you said, I don't want this gift? Many times, correct? In different ways. Any gift. Or someone gave us a present that we didn't like. And then we hide it, and then we give it to someone else. No, I'm joking. But how many times have we done that? Even if the gift that we don't like, it's a gift that we can actually receive, open up our hearts, and that gift will be a long-term gift. And this was my path from India till now, from 87 to now, that when I went to India, I did not know what to expect. Who sleeps in 87 in the steps of Varanasi, correct? You all know that how you say, the river. It's not the cleanest area. India is not very clean, but I always had the lucky energy never to get sick. So I don't know if that's in my DNA or what it is. I go to India, everybody gets sick. People that I take with me, they never get sick, because I take people there. But everybody here, I want to go to India because I get sick. I'm like, just come with me. You're not going to get sick. And you know how I learned that? I have an incredible teacher. He's Tibetan, and he's actually a high tantric teacher. And he's a Rinpoche. And the first time I went with him to India, I don't know, 20 years ago, we went to this most dirty restaurant to eat. And it was chicken, masala. And it was outside of the Tibetan monastery. And we were all in there at the door. India, 20 years ago, it's pretty dirty. And I'm like, look, it's pretty dirty. He goes, don't worry, just eat. I'm like, okay. None of us got sick because the fear went away. Not because he said it, it's automatically just went away. So what I'm trying to say also, first, second, and third chakra holds fear. So yes, if we're afraid that we're going to get sick, we're going to create it. If we're afraid that we're going to get whatever, we're going to create it. So remember what not to fear. And specific what not to fear is yourselves, right there. That's the most important thing. Because if we learn how to honor ourselves and our yoni, then we're not afraid of it. We're not afraid what we can create. Because that's where the power is creation. So if you know that you're not afraid of creating, you can create anything you want. You know how when you have a baby, you're like, oh yeah, it's great because everybody does it? But then if someone tells you, go create that, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't want to create that. I'm afraid. But baby's natural, correct? So think of that natural creation. And when you're not afraid to be pregnant, it's the same thing, not too afraid of doing anything in the world. So that's the key. So I know a lot of you are nodding your heads. Anybody has any questions that I can answer about the tantric path or anything you want to know?
I was wondering why it was all like negative emotions that we expressed on the first three chakras.
Thank you for that. I forgot about to combine it. Because, as I said, we live this lifetime. We have actually 7 lifetimes that come with us. Make sense what I'm saying about that? So 7 generations live within the yoni, live within that area. Okay? 7 generations means our ancestors. So if we're born within one family and we play 7 different roles in 700 years, can you imagine how much energy you have in there and how much negativity you can carry? Because you could have started the first generation, it could have been the husband or the wife, and then right now you're the child in the 7. Make sense? So we live 7 generations within our family. So our family is not just, if you go back to your history, how many of you go 1800 years, to 1800, 1600, you go back and back and back, correct? I mean, in my DNA, for example, I have 6% Mongolian. How did I get in there? I don't know, because I'm Greek. But the Mongolian somewhere in my DNA from my family came in. And actually, the DNA test says 7 lifetimes. This says 7 generations, which is very funny. So, so what I'm saying by that is that we carry all the negativity in that area. So it's a very hard thing to break. It takes a lot of hard work to break all this negativity that we have come through and clear it. Did I answer your question?
So after you clear it, then you start experiencing the positive
Absolutely,
aspects of it.
exactly. So the most important thing is to start clearing your emotions. When they come up, be okay with them. Just say, okay, today I'm mad. Can I be mad for 10 days or can I be mad for a minute? If I can be mad for a minute, then I'm okay, correct? But if I hold on to it, what happens? I'm continuing that generation energy, right? So that's what we do as working with ourselves. It's just be mad for the minute, and it's okay with that, and then let it go. Be out, be in fear for the minute, and let it go. I know that's not easy, but it is the little path as you do through your emotions. Okay? Any other questions? No? Okay. Yes.
What's your technique that you can't, how do you find trust in the universe when you are in the unknown? You're not sure, what's a good technique? I know meditation, but what if you can't get there through by yourself?
You mean, how can you start trusting the divine?
Yes.
Okay. I think I kind of answered it,
Okay.
but it's actually the signs. Like your water being a sauce bottle and being there for the whole since Friday. So the signs in our lives show us exactly how to trust the divine. With me, started with a bird, a falcon sitting on my balcony to make me move here. Because I was disgusted with the fashion industry, but I still followed it, correct? It was just the signs that make me discover and trust myself. And also trusting your intuition. I get challenged a lot about my intuition, because a lot of my intuition is just intuition. I get to speak it. Like bring this whole group together of women. I have no idea. I never test them. I didn't say to each one of them, what are you going to speak? Okay, Mary Magdalene. Okay, fine, great. I didn't say anything else. The same thing with Sharon. You know, she said to me, "You knew more that I was going to speak before I did." So we don't know, but we know. And the first 30 seconds of your intuitive thought that comes in, that's the truth. Don't analyze it. If you analyze the first 30 seconds, you have lost who you are. Yes?
It's also, you need to build a muscle. So once you begin to actually start following signs, your confidence will go up.
Yeah, the muscle is interesting. I like that expression.
You have to build a muscle. So you have to, see the signs, follow the signs, and every time you follow the signs, you build a muscle and your trust gets stronger. So it's just, and yes, it's the first instinct, always the first instinct.
The right one.
Because after that, the resistance comes in, the fears come in, everything that's blocked you up to that point will come in. So just go, shut up, sit in the back.
Actually, not sitting in the back. Can I disagree with you? You say sit, but let it go. Just let it go. Not even sit anywhere. It doesn't need to sit in your aura. It doesn't need to sit in your field. It doesn't need to be anywhere. So trust. I love the word muscle, but we don't use it in the tantric path. But I love the word muscle. And trusting your instincts. You gotta know that that's the correct thing, is your instincts. If you don't have your instincts, you don't have anything. You really don't. It's all up here. And up here gets tired. I don't want to be up here. I want to be here. I want to be in this part of my body all the time, in my heart. And my heart speaks my intuition. Nothing else speaks my intuition. And yes, intuition could be wrong sometimes, but it's not. You know why? Because it's going to take you exactly where you need to go. Even if it's wrong at that moment, that you realize that it's wrong maybe, but it's still going to take you where you need to go. Thank you. And yes?
No, I was just thinking about letting go. I have a person that I know very well that actually lives here that I talked with
Yes.
you about, and that Nancy knows. And she used to say, when something comes, let it go into one ear and out through the other ear and say, thank you for sharing. And that's all.
Exactly.
I think I use that. It's kind of fun.
It is. It's amazing.
Kind of jokingly say, go and.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
And I always give this, everybody of you read the Celestine Prophecies? Mm-hmm. Most of you know that, correct? All of us kind of grew up on it. There's a scene in the movie, because it was in the movie that I remembered it also, that the guy, remember the guy that's trying to find his spiritual path and goes to Peru and blah, blah, this young guy. There's a scene, there's a, how you call that, two-way in the road? Four, thank you. And one is dark, and the other one has light. So he's like, that's the sign. I need to go there. So he's looking for this girl that supposedly was his spirit connection or something. I can't remember the whole story. But as he goes, he gets arrested by the Bolivian, or whatever, the Peruvian people there, and the guerrillas, correct? And he's like, oh God, my intuition was so wrong. I always learned to follow my intuition, and my intuition is so wrong. He's all upset about it. So they take him and put him in jail. Guess who's next to him? The girl that he was seeking. So the intuition is never wrong. Never. I will say that, and I will stand by that 100% in my life, and maybe 200. Because I have learned to live with it for the past 30 years. Even if it takes me to the wrong little road, it's actually for the right reasons. Yes?
And you usually learn if you don't listen to your intuition, you will next time.
I love that. So that is, I wanted to just bring a little bit of the yogini word and bring it into the modern world, because it's very difficult, it's a very sacred practice. And last night I was requested by 4 or 5 girls, you need to speak about the tantric path, you need to explain it. It's not about sex, it's not about this. And I'm like, I know, but is so sacred to me. I've been holding it in for 20 years. 20, yeah, something like that. So I brought as much as I can to you, and I want you guys to kind of think about all that. And when you go home, to kind of know that the next 6 months, this is going to be working within you. This energy that we just brought up here. Because even if we're speaking, and we say, oh, well, she spoke a lot and we didn't practice anything. For example, I'm coming from the other speakers also, this energy gets transferred to you because we are energy beings. So I used to teach my students, because I taught Reiki for many years and energy work, and I still do. You just walk into a room and you are the healer even if you go into a party. You don't stop being a healer. You don't stop being a woman. You don't stop being intuitive being. You are that at all times. So how can you just say, you don't say, oh, I'm a healer. You're like, okay, you walk in and say hi. But you energy emanates. And people actually get touched by it. My energy is a little bit intense. When I walk into a room and when I see people just really actually, would you ever say the word, kind of like Kali. I have that energy of being Kali. And I was given a name a long time ago, Lakshmi, but the name that I was given 10, 15 years ago is Shakti Devi. And that's the carrier of the Shakti, the carrier of Kali. And Kali is about transformation. And the neck that she wears, that is, the necklace, I'm sorry, in her neck, it's all skulls, correct? And the reason she wears all the skulls, it has nothing to do that she kills people and wears them in her neck. It's actually our ego. The skulls represent our ego. That's why she wears it. So as a healer, you learn how to deal with the ego of human beings daily. And also, you have to be in touch with your own ego. Your own ego is the most important thing. What is your ego telling you? What is your ego is making you feel of? What is your ego making you? How is it destroying you? Because ego can be destroyed, like Shiva. So, and I'm just going to explain a little bit about the altar. The pomegranate, it's another sacred, actually, object that we use because it has all the seeds and it's red and it's actually blood. That's why I told everybody to wear red today, because it's our blood. And we have water. This is the life source, right? Our body is 75% water. Then we have the light, the candle. And we also have kumkum and sandalwood paste. And everybody kind of laughs when Indians, walk around with a little red dot. And the red dot means actually the blessings of the blood of the goddess. It's not just the red dot. It means blessings from her. And I have to say something, because I'm involved in 2 different paths, and I love them. One's my Hindu path, the other one is my Tibetan path, my Greek path. I have a lot of paths. I love them all because they're all the same to me. They're all source. They're all God and goddesses. But you know how we are in the Western world? We're like, okay, well, if you're Tibetan, you cannot be Hindu. If you're Hindu, you cannot be following the Greek goddesses. Well, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when I started with my teacher, with my Rinpoche, people got upset at me in the community because I was also a Hindu. I believe in Hinduism. And we did a really high tantric tradition here from him 2 years ago. And everybody has heard of Vajra Yogini? Okay, and that's Vajra Yogini right there. That's Shay's painting. And she's always been in our altar from the beginning that I started this because I love her. So when I got when I got empowered into Vajra Yogini, everybody had to receive the kukum, like they do in India. So we had to receive the kukum into to our third eye, throat, in our heart, and also in our yoni. Like outside, not inside, here. And then, all the people in the group, there were 25 of us, and actually we were in the building downstairs, there's a little building. They came up to me and go, "You knew all along, didn't you?" I'm like, "What?" "Well, we all judged you because you only follow Hinduism. How can you be a Buddhist?" And I said, "Look, Rinpoche doesn't matter. It doesn't mind who I am. It matters how I feel inside my heart. And that's all that counts. So a true teacher is never going to tell you to be one way or another way. A true teacher is going to accept every single part of you. So that's the teachers that I want in my life, to accept me the way I am. I don't have to believe in Mary Magdalene. I can believe in 10 Mary Magdalenes, or 10 goddesses, or all of it. Because all of it is the source. All of it is that life. So anyway, it was really interesting with the Tibetan people going, the Tibetan community going, "You're not Tibetan." Like, it doesn't matter. So I think we're ready for it, because I'm running out of time. I can speak and speak about this the whole time. Any other questions before we get into meditation? I'm going to do a little practice, very simple. Anything I can answer for you guys?
Could you tell us what Vajra actually means? Do you know?
Vajra?
Yeah.
Vajra is actually actually Shay is very good to answer that because she spent a lot of time as a Tibetan nun. Yes, she wears. She's wearing it right here. Yep. It's a double dorji.
It's a symbol of indestructibility.
Yes.
It's often referred to as the thunderbolt. It's very much associated with grounding and power, but it's a protection energy that comes with that. So, indestructibility, yes. And it's the indestructibility of our nature.
Is it permanence as well, in a way?
I'm not sure I would associate that word with anything.
I agree.
I agree.
But the kind, it's really each of the deities, each of the goddesses, of course, an expression of our nature, and the expansive, powerful, indestructible quality of that.
Because I had, is there a word Vajra in Indian Hindu as well?
No.
Yeah. Well,
It's to do with the sexual
It means lightning.
Yeah, same thing.
That's right. Lightning.
It's the same thing.
Like a Shakti kind of.
Nah, Vajra is not Shakti. It just means thunder. Yeah, thunderbolt. Yeah, like really direct. It cuts through. Think of the Vajra that she's actually. I don't know if the Vajra Yogini has one there. Do you have a picture?
She's got one on the cross.
Oh, that's okay. We have the Tibetan knowledge. We don't need Google. We can feel it. Okay. So what it means actually is, and I don't think we should Google stuff because we know it inside of us. But anyway, but it means protection, and like she said, indestructible. It's like injustice. Exactly. So it's about really being in your truth, but it's not Shakti. But Shakti is indestructible also, if you want to think about it like that. No one can destroy the Shakti. We can bury it for a little while, but we cannot destroy it. Because it lives in us.